What happens when one brave prophet goes toe-to-toe with 450 false prophets? In this exciting episode of Catechism for Kids, we dive into the dramatic story of Elijah on Mount Carmel, from 1 Kings 18:16-39, where God sends fire from heaven to show that He alone is the true God. Hey adventurers, welcome to St. Joseph's Corner, where kids become heroes of the faith through exciting Bible stories. Today, we're going to explore the story of Elijah and how he outsmarted 450 prophets of Baal. But before we begin our Bible adventure, do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our exciting episodes. Now let's meet our hero, Prophet Elijah. Elijah was a man of God who lived a long time ago. He was a brave and faithful prophet who helped people understand God's message. But there was a problem. Most people had stopped believing in the one true God and had started worshiping false gods like Baal. They were led by 450 prophets of Baal who claimed that their God was the most powerful. So what could Elijah do? He decided to challenge the prophets of Baal to a contest on Mount Carmel. Each side would choose a bull to sacrifice, but they wouldn't use a knife or any weapons. Instead, they would call on the name of their God, and God would send fire to consume the sacrifice. The people agreed to this plan, and both Elijah and the prophets of Baal built altars and made offerings. Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, "Choose one of the bulls and prepare it first, since there are so many of you. Call on the name of your God, but do not light the fire." So they took the bull given them and prepared it. Then they called on the name of Baal from morning till noon. "Baal, answer us," they shouted, but there was no response. No one answered. And they danced around the altar they had made. At noon, Elijah began to taunt them. "Shout louder," he said. "Surely he is a god. Perhaps he is deep in thought or busy or traveling. Maybe he is sleeping and must be awakened." So they shouted louder and hurt themselves. Midday passed, and they continued their frantic prophesying until the time for the evening sacrifice. But there was no response. No one answered. No one paid attention. Then Elijah said to all the people, "Come here to me." They came to him, and he repaired the altar of the Lord, which had been torn down. Elijah took 12 stones, one for each of the tribes descended from Jacob, to whom the word of the Lord had come, saying, "Your name shall be Israel." With the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord, and he dug a trench around it large enough to hold 2 seahs of seed. He arranged the wood, cut the bull into pieces, and laid it on the wood. Then he said to them, "Fill 4 large jars with water, and pour it on the offering and on the wood." "Do it again," he said, and they did it again. "Do it a 3rd time," he ordered, and they did it the 3rd time. The water ran down around the altar and even filled the trench. Then it was time for Elijah to pray. He turned towards the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and with all his heart he prayed, "Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, let it be known today that you are the God of Israel, and that I am your servant." Suddenly, the fire from God fell from heaven and consumed the burnt offering, the stones, and the dirt beneath them. All the people witnessed this amazing display of God's power. When they saw this, they fell down and cried out, "The Lord is God! The Lord is God!" Elijah was so happy that God had answered his prayer. He knew that he had been chosen for this special task. He praised God for giving him the strength and courage to stand up for the truth. But why is this story important for us today? It reminds us that no matter how outnumbered or alone we may feel, we can be brave like Elijah and stand up for what we believe in. It also teaches us to trust in God's power, because even when things seem impossible, He can help us, and He may even part the seas for us. As we come to the end of this exciting Bible adventure, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed our story today. And remember, just like Elijah, we can always call on the name of the Lord and trust in His power to help us in times of trouble. This has been Catechism for Kids. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob bless you and keep you always in His loving embrace. Until next time, God bless you.